The son of a dream looking to realize his destiny in WWE. Multiple tag team and intercontinental championship reigns during his first run here in WWE. But now that the prodigal son has returned, Cody Rhodes has reached main event status.
エンパイアの応援してくれるってよみんなブローケンテーブルポッドキャストよろしく
I hear the battle cry under the devil's sky. The one-winged angel screams. It fuels my hopes and dreams. The best ever shine.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Broken Tables podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Vegas, here as always with our co-host, the reigning, defending Broken Predictions champion. How you doing tonight, Rome?
Clobbering time, Jeff.
It's clobbering time. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I thought this was an excellent go-home show for Rampage, to be honest with you. I was kind of wondering, what we were going to get after Wednesday night, and, I tried to stay away from Twitter as much as I could because of the, spoilers, but I did see everybody that was like, listen, if you don't watch Rampage, you should watch it this week because it's going to be good. And I agree with them. This was a very good episode of Rampage. What'd you think?
I agree. I don't have a lot of notes because I was getting the preview and prediction stuff ready, which I was really nice to you guys. Let me tell
real quick,
you.
we just got a new subscriber, Z Omega. I'm sorry, what was that there? Z Omega has subscribed to the podcast. Thank you very much for the subscription.
What's up, Z Omega? Thank you, man. Thanks for subscribing.
I'll follow up your Liquid Death with a there we go.
Oh, look at that.
All right.
No, so I didn't get to take a lot of notes tonight, but I did watch the show. I was way nicer to you guys for the predictions than I originally made it clear I was going to be, as I had to follow up with legitimately every single person in the tournament to finalize picks. And unfortunately, the picks are now closed, and there are some people, which we will get into, who have left points off the left them on the table. But we'll see what happens.
Right,
we'll get into it.
We'll get to all that when we get there.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll do our Rampage review first, then we'll do our predictions afterwards. Like I said, great episode of Rampage. We started off the night here with the Acclaim versus Daddy Ass, and the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass versus Rush, Dralistico, and Preston Vance, La Facción Ingobernables. I love those three guys. Not the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. I love them, obviously. But Rush, Dralistico, and Preston Vance, man. I love when those three guys are involved in a match because, it's going to be kind of brutal. You know what I mean? When Rush is in there. Preston, I'm a hit or miss on. Sometimes he just needs to work on a few things here and there. But, these guys are great as a team.
Yeah, I thought this was a really fun match. I really loved the Acclaim's rap. Appreciate Max getting in the Fight Forever line. That was really nice.
Yeah, it felt forced, but it was nice.
Yeah, this is no, I don't think it felt forced. I thought it was fine. But no, I thought this was a really nice little showcase for the Acclaimed. I mean, obviously they're on this run. It was kind of interesting that they didn't make it clear that the Acclaimed are answering the challenge on Sunday, which, I mean,
Yeah, they said it was still an open challenge, didn't they?
yeah, I thought it was very weird because even the Acclaimed were like, "Hey, we'll see." Like,
Yeah.
they were like, I'm pretty sure they were like, "We'll see you guys Sunday," and then at the end of the show, they're like, "The House of Black will have an open challenge." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. I wonder if they forgot to make the graphic and update the.
No, no way. And I
it's
can't.
it's it felt a little odd, but yeah.
Yeah.
But this was a great trios match, man. At one point in this match, Jose took the scissor me timbers. That was great. Man, Preston Vance hit the spinning clothesline onto Billy Gunn. He got a 2.999. Max Caster made the save on that one. But eventually, we did get the mic drop onto Dralistico to pick up the 1-2-3 with the Acclaimed. So the Acclaimed did pick up this win here. Now, like you said here, I was surprised they didn't announce right away that like they were the ones going against the House of Black. I thought they even said before the match, whoever wins here is going to face the House of Black.
So
But
what they said was that the winner of this match would have a good case to argue that they should be
Okay.
the next ones to challenge.
okay. So I kind of just put that in my own mind there because of what they said a little bit. I see. So I did write down like no House of Black afterwards here, but I get it if they're trying to make it a open house challenge. I get that they weren't just telling us right off the bat that that's the opponent, but wouldn't you think for the pay-per-view saying that it's going to be the Acclaim might help a little bit?
I mean, yes and no. I think people are already kind of generally under the assumption that it's going to be
Yeah.
the Acclaimed. I get what you're saying though. I mean, that's a fair point. I mean, we'll see. Maybe it's
Yeah,
a
it is
swerve.
what it
Maybe
is.
they have some crazy trio coming in to challenge House of Black. I don't know.
I just felt like we should have had a nice, House of Black make an entrance just onto the ramp. Maybe cut a quick promo on them, like you guys are gonna die on Sunday, something like that. You know what I mean? Maybe kill a minute or two with that. But if this is where they're going, let's just see how it goes on Sunday. Next up, we had the Guns and Ethan Page versus a few jobbers. I literally did not catch their names. I even tried to listen for them. If they said them, I don't know what happened here, but a couple of jobbers here. It was a decent match. It was fine. The Guns and Ethan Page cut a pretty good promo after this match here. While they're cutting their promo, the Hardys music hits. And they come out and they basically say, like, if we have to face you guys by ourselves, we will. And Isaiah Cassidy kind of shows up behind them on the stage, and he's got a neck brace on. And man, the way he was talking into the mic, where he was making it sound like, oh my God, I can barely talk. He did that way better than I could have ever imagined. That was fantastic. And Isaiah says, the doctors haven't cleared me, but I found a replacement. Rome, what do you think of this replacement here for Isaiah Cassidy?
Oh, I think Hook's a great replacement. Now,
Oh man,
in my opinion, they could have done something really funny here, where so Isaiah comes out with the neck brace, right, and he's like, "I'm not cleared." It would have been amazing if he was like, "I can't even moan," and if he had tried to moan but failed. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Ugh. I don't know, just something really bad, a really not good sounding one. That would have been
That's funny.
a missed opportunity that would have made me really laugh while I was feverishly filling out my spreadsheets.
I actually really like adding Hook into this match here for this. I think it's a perfect addition to the match. So really like that one.
It's gonna be great. It's on the buy-in, so
Yeah. All right, next up we had naturally limitless Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes with Lexi Nair in the back. Dustin cut a freaking awesome promo here. Absolutely loved Dustin's promo. And the entire time, Dustin is talking about how Swerve and his mogul associates are going to be in the
Mobile Embassy.
21-man battle royale, right?
Yeah.
And so when Dustin is done with his promo, Swerve looks at Lexi as if he didn't hear a word that Dustin just said. And he's like, so Swerve and the Moguls are going to be in this Blackjack tournament? He's like, all right. He said, I can't wait. and then he walks off. So it was like he completely ignored what Dustin said because he just talked about how they were going to be in the tournament, and then he had to like ask Lexi again. It was pretty funny.
I think Keith was Keith, not Swerve.
Keith, yeah.
I think that was just Keith just being like, okay, cool, I'm gonna mess these guys up. I don't think it was that he was like dissing Dustin or anything like that.
No, I didn't think that either. It just came across kind of funny. I was like, did you not just hear this man?
I think it was just him just hammering home his own point. He's like, oh, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait to get my hands on these guys.
Yeah. Dustin looked like Cody. Oh, I didn't think so, man. I actually thought Dustin was getting like real thick and starting to look like Dusty. You know what I mean? He's starting to get the girth, I guess is the word I was looking for.
Let's go over to the chat real quick. Ed telling Coach it's gonna be okay because Coach could be Ed's Arn Anderson in the next round. Wow.
Shots fired. All right, next up we had Sheeta and Britt Baker, DMD, versus Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir. I actually really enjoyed this match. I don't often enjoy Marina Shafir matches, but lately she's actually gotten much better here. Same with, Nyla Rose. I'm just kind of like I'm whatever on the Nyla Rose matches, But I thought this was a great one here. Hikaru Shida she's climbing my list of favorites in AEW, man. Like back in the day, she was definitely one of my favorites. But over the time of her kind of being over in Japan and not so much back in AEW. But these last few weeks and her being back in the States, like she's climbing right back up on my list.
Oh, I mean, yeah, she never left my list, but yeah, it's really awesome and kind of mind blowing. It's one of those really rewarding experiences to be, an AEW day one fan. You know what I mean? Because it's like seeing Sheeta and even the Coog just said in the chat, seeing Sheeta and Britt together and like teaming up. It just blows my mind. I remember when they were both like, I think it was one of the first AEW shows. They were like both ringside sitting next to each other as like these two rookies. And, flash forward a year and a half, and she is the world champion defending the title against Britt. The first time she beats Britt, I think the second time Britt obviously is the one that beats her. And you just come full circle, and you have Sheeta and Britt, and like it is legitimately, I think, my favorite. Just because of the history, it's my favorite women's tag team of all time. Just because,
yeah,
seeing the two of them, like it. The AEW has done such a great job at building both Britt and Sheeta up that this legitimately feels like one of those, like, just for a lack of better way to describe it, like an Avenger team up, where it's like, this is like if Captain America and Iron Man, like when they teamed up, it's like, fuck yeah, man. Like, and that's I think that's what it is for me. I mean, just seeing Sheeta and Britt teaming up, it's cool. It's really cool, and it's a rewarding experience if you've been around since day one.
Yeah, I completely agree, but this is one of those tag teams that I actually like never thought I would see, you know what I mean?
But that's what makes it better too. It's just like, because if you had said like a year ago, it's like, oh yeah, one day Sheeta and Britt are going to be teaming up on the same side, I wouldn't have believed you. I'd be like, nah, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to happen. But it
Chat's
did.
killing me over here talking about frozen margaritas. Oh, sounds so good right now.
I don't want to talk about margaritas.
I got Liquid Death. That's about it. You know what I mean?
I don't want to talk about margaritas today. Anyways.
Let's go over to the chat for a little bit. Let's say what's up to everybody. We've got the Coog, we got Coach Nick, we got Michael Duke, and we got Ed Weber. Thank you guys all for being here tonight. Way up there, we had the Day Trading Doge and Purpleness. Welcome everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Man, Michael Duke, man, with that frozen margarita, that's like one of my favorite things. You're killing me.
More of a cherry vodka and Coke kind of guy.
Ooh, that sounds good too.
It's so good. It's so good.
Only thing I don't drink is beer, man. I'll pretty much drink anything if it's got alcohol, but not beer.
Actually, not cherry vodka. I'm more of a so I'm a high shelf, whatever you call it, drinker. I always go with the Grey Goose, top shelf. Thank you. I always go with the Grey Goose and some grenadine and Coke, not cherry vodka, but you got to do the separate stuff.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
It's so good.
My go-to is a nice whiskey sour, just whiskey sour mix and a splash of orange juice. Oh,
that sounds too sour.
But yeah, I loved this tag team with Sheeta and Britt, and man, Sheeta beat the brakes off of Marina Shafir in this match, dude. I think that might have been one of the reasons I liked it so much. Sheeta just absolutely beat the brakes off of Marina Shafir, and then she tags in Britt Baker, and Britt Baker beats the brakes off of Marina Shafir. Do you think did anyone hear anything about Nyla getting injured or anything? Because Nyla like disappeared for the last quarter of the match, or didn't she?
No, I didn't hear anything.
No. I felt like she completely disappeared for the last quarter of the match, and Marina took all the offense from Sheeta and Britt. And Britt puts Marina Shafir into almost the lockjaw, but she didn't have her hand in her mouth yet. And Sheeta absolutely obliterates her with, I mean, it looked like a V trigger, a knee strike, whatever you want to call it. And she was out. She was absolutely unconscious. And they had Britt still lock on the lockjaw. The ref takes a look at her, and I'm like, she's out, man. I was like, you can call this one. That's a wrap. And referee rings the bell. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, picks up the win here with the submission / KO, whatever you want to go with there.
Mm-hmm.
And this was awesome. I loved this. I loved the tag team of Britt and Sheeta. They may have, found one of those, like another one of those accidents, happy accidents here in the future, run this back. And this could be a really nice tag team.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, next up, it was time for the main event. And I got to say something here about Mark Henry. So they started playing Mark Henry's voice before they showed him. And I've been watching a lot of the NBA playoffs, you know what I mean? And they're on TNT and, TBS, stuff like that, right? So when I heard Mark Henry's voice, I swear to you, I thought it was Charles Barkley. I was like, he sounds exactly like Charles Barkley. Now, I want you guys, if you can, go back and listen to Mark Henry somewhere and then go listen to Charles Barkley, and you're going to be like, oh, damn. Like, you can't unhear it now. It's crazy.
Mm.
Michael Duke says, Smirnoff with a Jolly Rancher candy is good. Sir, I am in my late 30s. I have not done that since I was like 16, maybe
Late
17.
Late 30s. Get out of here, Jeff. Stop,
38,
stop,
bruh.
stop dividing your age.
Am I even 38 yet,
half.
Purple? I
Stop.
think 38's coming up.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's the old high school trick, man,
Hey, it's a classic though. You can't beat the classics.
And then when your buddy's dad was trying to be funny, being like, he's like, yeah, I'll get you guys something, and brings like a case of Zima. We're like, God damn it, dude. And we had to drop Jolly Ranchers in the Zima. That shit was banging too.
I mean, Jolly
Anybody
Ranchers
know what Zima is? Who remembers the Zima?
Jolly Ranchers are dope though. So I mean,
They are. I love me some Jolly Ranchers. Don't get me wrong.
It's funny, but now thinking about it, I don't think I've had a Jolly Rancher either since I was like 17. That's crazy. I gotta go get some Jolly Ranchers this weekend.
Oh, bruh. Like, don't do the watermelon one if you haven't had one in forever. They're so sour now, it like hurts my face.
Oh, yeah, I remember them being kind of sour. But I want the cherry and the blue raspberry ones. Those are the ones I want.
Gonna throw Jaeger bombs at us next. Oh, bro. You know what did me in, Ed? There's one thing that absolutely just annihilated Jeffrey Vegas. And it was what's called an Irish car bomb. It's a shot of Jameson dropped into a Guinness. Ooh-wee, man. I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, I don't drink much. I had Jaeger once, and I was like, yeah, no, this is gross. Never again.
That shit tastes like cough syrup, like black licorice.
It was such a bad... So, the one time I had Jaeger was my 21st birthday. The wife at the time, she was the girlfriend. Girlfriend takes me out, and like it was like 11. It was after midnight, and so we went to the bar, and the bartender, my wife says, he just turned 21, and he doesn't really drink much before. Just make him a drink. And she said it was like a black licorice shot, and it was like Jaeger, and I think it was just Jaeger. I might have been
She just
something
gave you a
else.
shot of Jaeger straight up, yeah.
Yeah, it was just straight up a shot of Jaeger, and I was like, this is not the drink you want to recommend to someone who doesn't really drink and hasn't really drank much in the past, because it was not good. I was like, this is disgusting.
Coog's asking if we've ever had Mad Dog 2020. I'm assuming that's a malt liquor like Colt 45, and nah, man.
Yeah, I've heard. See, that's the thing. I know of all these things. So Mad Dog, it fucks you up. I've heard.
Oh
But no,
yeah.
I'm not much of a drinker personally. Like I said, like I'm a very classy drinker and a very social, like a very light drinker.
It says all you need is Jameson. Amen. I need just that little splash of some sour mix.
I will say this though. I remember also my 21st birthday. The following, I think the following night or the night after, a bunch of my friends took me out, Dev and Forrest, and the wife was there too. We went to Chickies and Pete's, and see, now this was a bartender that knew what he was doing, because this time around they were like, he just turned 21. What would you recommend for him? And this guy was giving me chocolate cake shots, and I was like, this is delicious. And I actually did get pretty drunk that night. He just kept giving me chocolate cake shots. It was really good.
I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in a while, Ed. So I got 5 gallons of mead that I actually brewed myself. I actually brew mead, which is technically it's wine made out of honey. It's its own thing, but the easiest way to explain it is wine made out of honey instead of grapes. And I have it in a barrel that was a top shelf bourbon barrel from a distillery in North Carolina, and it's been aging for a year and a half at this point. I feel like I'm gonna go 2 years now. Once I bottle it, maybe some gifts will go out. But let's get to this. Oh, excuse me. Let's get to this match here. The Best Friends versus Lee Moriarty and Big Bill. Man, I still can't get over Big Bill's name. Every time I say his name, I just want to laugh. But this was a decent match. There was a whole bunch of the members of the Blackjack Battle Royale all sitting in the audience watching. You know, they showed Penta and Phoenix. They showed a whole bunch of guys out there. They were all watching this match go down. There was a really funny spot where Trent tried to get a handshake going, and it was with Lee Moriarty. And when Lee went to shake his hand, he tried to kick him. And I was like, why is Trent pulling off the old heel moves here? But Lee Moriarty caught his foot, and he's like, "Ah, shit!" And just the way it was, like he got caught with his like hand in the cookie jar. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I thought that was a hilarious spot there with Trent and Lee Moriarty. Trent gets choke slammed on the apron, and Rome, you know, we've both done the research. It's the hardest part of the ring.
It is.
That did not feel good at all.
No, I don't think it did.
But we get a huge avalanche suplex to Big Bill. He only gets a 2 count on that one. Big Bill winds up getting up and hits a massive choke slam to Chuck E.T. And I mean, Chuck E.T. had to have been 10 feet in the air. You know, Big Bill's got to be 7 foot, right? I think that's his thing, 7 foot tall. And when he sticks his arm straight up, that's got to be another 3 feet. He had him as high as he could get him. And Chuck E. T took that choke slam. 1, 2, 3, man. Big Bill gets the win. And as he's celebrating, he goes off to the apron, or to the ringside where everybody is sitting from the Battle Royale. And who is it that jumps over the railing here? I blinked for a second and freaking everybody was over, but he started something with somebody.
It was Bandito.
It was Bandito. That's who it was. So Bandito jumps over the rail and starts a massive brawl with everybody involved in the Battle Royale, essentially. Orange Cassidy comes out and just basically stands in the middle of the ring while everybody fights. Dude, I was laughing so hard. I was like, when's he going to get involved? And then I finally realized, like, oh, he's not.
Well, he went to go save his friends. He went to go save Best Friends. That was why.
That was a great finish. Loved the ending to this episode of Rampage. I thought this was an excellent episode of Rampage, to be honest.
I thought it was really good. Obviously, there wasn't like a whole lot of story progression because we're kind of at the finish line here for this pay-per-view build. I thought it was decent. That was a good show. I had fun with it. There was, you know, again, it was a fun hour of wrestling. So,
yeah, 100% agree. Let us know what you guys think in chat of the episode here tonight. You know, let's see if everybody wants to let's do a rating here. Everybody throw down a rating in chat of let's go out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you guys think.
Yeah, I give it like a 7 out of 10.
What do you want to do next? You want to do our predictions and preview for Double or Nothing here?
I mean, yeah, what else do we got?
Other than that, normally we would just go over what we had planned for Wednesday, but we got Double or Nothing, so I think it's time.
So there was
Time to do
nothing
that
announced for for TV next week.
Yeah, nothing's been announced, so that's we'll skip
Yeah,
over
so
that.
all we got is the pay-per-view.
All right. All right. Well, let's jump over to that tournament screen here. It's gonna run its cool little thing for a couple seconds. So, all right.
All right. So, Tiger doing over there? Jesus Christ! Tiger's making this huge mess in the other room. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, there he goes. Sorry. He's I don't know what the fuck he's doing. It's very distracting. Anyways, yeah, Coach is gonna be at Dynamite. That's exciting for him.
Oh shit, let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. All right, so the tournament. Also, I don't see Jeffrey Vegas there. It looks like Juhas is already.
Yeah, he already wiped me out. It's already over.
Yeah, right. All right, so number one, I would like to thank all of the participants for being a part of the tournament. I think that this is going to be a great success. I had a lot of fun getting everything together. Like I said, it was really funny because I had said that I'm not going to hound people for picks, and then I literally had to not hound everyone for picks, but everyone missed something. So I thought, I was like, okay, well, at 9 o'clock tonight, before Rampage starts, I'll jump on, I'll get everyone's picks, and I'll spend the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hour making the spreadsheet. And then next thing I knew, it was 10:30, and I was almost done the spreadsheet. But that being said, that's okay. It's all for the sake of the game, and I love it. All right. So, Jeff, what we're going to do is I'm going to go through the card. We're going to talk a little bit about it. And then you can give your pick. And then I'm going to kind of share everyone's pick. And then I'm also keeping track of, I also made picks. So we'll also keep track of how I do. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's start with what's probably going to be the main event, even though I think Anarchy in the Arena should go last. That's just my opinion. The Pillars 4-way match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. We have MJF defending against Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and Darby Allin. So I think this is going to be a pretty damn good match. I'm looking forward to this. I've really loved the build. I know some people have not been super high on the build leading into this match, but I think that they've done a really great job at really kind of making all four of the pillars come out looking real good here.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with some people saying the build could have been much better. Like, obviously, it could have been better. If you guys haven't heard, are they rumors or has it been confirmed that MJF was the mastermind behind this feud?
So it was via bodyslam.net. Cassidy Hayes, he was the guy that broke the Danielson and CM Punk stories when they debuted. So, I mean, I trust Cassidy, but I believe
he's got some credibility, but it hasn't been like confirmed or anything, though, right?
No, but I mean, at the same time, I think I could see it being an MJF storyline. I think he's written everything out in a really smart way where everything makes sense. Because here's the thing, like, the build needed to be what it was going to be because of the rankings. So they made it very clear that it's like, hey, we all want to be number one contender. You can't have three number one contenders. Eventually, the three other pillars would have had to have a match, and then that would make a singles match. So doing it the way they did it is why, is how they were able to do the four-way dance here. And I think it was good.
Yeah, I agree. So
what's your pick?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, what is your pick?
So I'm going with MJF to retain, and I believe he will either pin or submit Sammy Guevara.
Yes, that is correct. That is what you have. All right, so we're going to run through it. Unfortunately, Natasha had to forfeit. She will not be in the tournament. So I do not have any picks from her. She bowed out. She said she had a lot going on. So that's okay.
No problem.
Anyways, let's run through everybody's picks, and then I'll give my pick. So in the match, Ed versus Coach, both guys picked MJF pinning Sammy Guevara here. For you and Juhas, Jeff, you guys both also picked MJF pinning Sammy Guevara.
What the hell?
I don't know. Purpleness has also chosen MJF pinning Sammy Guevara. Now the Coug, who is going up against Purple, the Coug has chosen MJF, but he's choosing that MJF is going to pin or submit Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
I was debating that one, Coog. Oh,
Yeah. The Joker, who does technically get a bye here. I'm still going to go through their picks. MJF pinning Sammy Guevara was the Joker's pick. And then for my pick, I picked MJF pinning Jack Perry. I think that Sammy's done such a great job building himself up here. It didn't feel right for Sammy to take the pin. That's just why I chose Jack.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It should be pretty damn good.
Man,
Coach, it wasn't just you. I kid you not. Again, I'm including Juhas. Juhas is currently working. Was trying to finalize his stuff as well. Everybody was. It's no big deal. Kook says the main event will be fantastic. Coach loved his Jungle Boy idea, which I believe. Oh man, that was in his really long Discord DM. I think he had an idea about Jack Perry helping MJF win. I think that was what he was referring to.
Yeah, I was really debating someone going heel here. Like, I really was.
Oh, that's what he says. He joins MJF, cuts his hair. We see him in a suit with MJF. Yeah,
Oh,
maybe. I
God,
don't know.
no, that would make me throw up. I'd be like, "Bleh."
Yeah. So, all right. Anyways, that is the picks. So everyone's picking MJF. So that everyone's gonna get that point or not get that point. It really comes down to who gets pinned. Will the Coug pick up the point over Purpleness, or will it be the other way around?
Man, I can't believe, Nick, that would be insane, Coach.
All right. Next up, we have the Tag Team Championship match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. It will be FTR versus Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal with special enforcer or special guest referee Mark Briscoe. I think this match is going to be solid. I think that at this point, Jeff Jarrett has absolutely earned the benefit of the doubt. Tranquilo Club did a video yesterday, and he actually put it in a really good way that Jeff Jarrett is the heel Sting for AEW.
Yeah, he is for sure.
Yeah, and I really liked that comparison. But so I'm looking forward to this match. What about you, Jeff?
I'm very looking forward to this match. You know, I'm a massive FTR fan, but dude, do you have any idea how torn I am on who I actually want to win this match? Like, I'm a huge FTR fan, but my heart is like Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal need to win this so bad. Like, it would ignite Twitter. Like, oh, dude, it just feels like a fun time. You know what I mean? Like, if they
Right.
win.
Yeah.
But I do have FTR retaining their championships here.
You do. All right, let's run through what everybody picked. So Ed and the coach, once again, with the same picks, FTR, and they both pick that Double J will take the pin here. Juhas and you, Jeff, also chose FTR to win. However, in a strange twist of fate, neither of you submitted picks for who would take the pin in this match. So therefore, you guys are still on a level playing field. It was very lucky and fortunate for both of you that the other person also did not submit this.
Yeah, I thought we were only doing that in like the big multi guys, but no worries.
It's okay, Jeff. However, Purpleness, on top of her game, chose FTR pinning Jay Lethal. And the Coug also chose FTR pinning Jay Lethal. The Joker, and also myself for that matter, also chose FTR pinning Jay Lethal.
So what did Ed choose?
Ed and Coach both picked FTR pinning Jeff Jarrett.
Okay.
Right. Which, I mean, yeah, I think it's it just feels like a no. This is a gimme. It just feels like FTR is winning, and I personally would have went with Jay Lethal. Like, I mean, I did in my pick, but in terms of Ed and Coach, I would have went with Jay Lethal taking the pin. But I mean, Jeff Jarrett taking a pin, he's been pretty protected to this point, so I think it makes a good amount of sense.
Listen, I'm just gonna say it now. I will not be surprised if Jay Lethal actually picks up the win. I don't know if they'd go as far as having Jeff Jarrett pick up the pin, but I would not be surprised if they win.
Michael Duke says FTR retains the tag titles. That's Michael's prediction. Coach thinks he's right, and so does the Coug. Coach wants the TNA rejects to win though, but he can't pick them. Purpleness says this is crazy. This is anarchy in the spreadsheets.
Yeah, this is great.
But let's move on to the next match, which is the TNT Championship ladder match: Christian Cage versus Wardlow. I think that this match actually has a lot of potential to kind of be a sleeper for the night. I mean, it's going to be a ladder match. Christian's in it. I'm excited for this one too, to be honest. What are
Yeah,
your
I'm
thoughts on
I'm
that?
actually super excited for that ladder match as well. You know, I kind of forgot about Wardlow winning the Face of the Revolution ladder match back in the day. So like, he's got some ladder match wins under his belt too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the picks. Ed and Coach, we finally have a split here, and actually, it's one of the few splits, to be honest, in their matchup.
Oof.
So Ed chose Christian Cage,
Oh.
whereas the Coach chose Wardlow. Juhas and Jeff, you guys both chose Wardlow. Purpleness and the Coog, still on a very similar mind frame here. They both chose Wardlow. The Joker chose Christian Cage. And I myself, my heart, like if I was making a heart pick, which I guess I could have made a heart pick because I'm not technically in like the running for anything right now. Christian Cage would be my heart pick. But I just feel like I don't know if it's a good idea. Like Christian Cage should win, but like I don't think you can take the belt off Wardlow this soon after you hot potatoed it right before him. I think that's a little too much. But I would definitely not be complaining if Christian Cage wins because I think he should win.
Yeah.
All right,
Trying to
next
find,
up. Oh,
trying
sorry.
to find graphics for these, but I can't find it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have pictures for all of them. I should have sent them to you. Anyways, too late now. Next up, we have the Blackjack Battle Royal. Let's see, do I have the graphic for it? I do. I'll just run through everybody that's in the match real quick.
Yeah.
So this is for the AEW International Championship. Obviously, Orange Cassidy's in the match along with Jay White, Juice Robinson, Keith Lee, Dustin Rhodes, Butcher and Blade, Bandito, Commander, Lee Moriarty, Big Bill, the Trustbusters, Ari Daivari, and Tony Nese. Best Friends, Kip Sabian, the Lucha Bros, Swerve Strickland and Brian Cage, and Ricky Starks.
Rick of Stocks.
Okay. So, I mean, I know Ed's not a big fan of Battle Royals, but I'm pretty excited for this one. I think that like this is going to be a pretty good one. I do think it's kind of interesting that it's a lot of tag teams kind of filling up the Battle Royal.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of stories filling up the battle royale too. You know what I mean? Like there's like 4 stories mixed in.
So hold on, we're gonna have to stop for a second due to the chat. So yes, Ed, I did say that TV titles are supposed to be hot potatoed around, but there is a line to it, Ed. I don't want there to be a new champion monthly. Like I still want there to be some decent reigns. But yes, it is supposed to generally be hot potatoed around, but there's a line to it. Anyways. So we're gonna get into the picks here for the Battle Royal, and then I'm also gonna jump forward to the bonus point prediction for Final Four since we're talking about the Battle Royal here.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Now, so this was very interesting. So Ed, the Coach, Juhas, Jeff, Purple, Coog, and the Joker all chose Orange Cassidy to retain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I did not.
What?
So hear me out. The storyline is that Orange Cassidy is getting tired. He like his Super Saiyan level is starting to come down. And I think that this Battle Royale would be a really good way to take the title off of him, but also protect him after this huge momentum that he's gained. Because he is he's become a top guy in the company, in my opinion. And I do think that it would be a good idea to kind of get him against MJF at some point, especially while he's as hot as he is. So I do think that him losing here makes a lot of sense. My pick for who will be the winner and the champion is Jay White. I think that Jay White coming in here makes a lot of sense to win the title. It came down to me, like if I was doing this for the points, I probably still would go Jay White, but I would say keep an eye on Jay White or Swerve Strickland to pick up the win here. But let's go to the final four. And I think a lot of these might be very similar or the same, but I just kind of wrote them as they were sent to me. But let's go ahead and do this. So, oh no, my spreadsheet.
Wonder if any of us picked the same final four. That'd be interesting.
No, it definitely happened a lot, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. So Ed and Coach both chose the same final four of Orange
What?
Cassidy, Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Ricky Starks. Juhas, for his final four, is it the same but in a different... No, it's not the same. So Juhas picked Jay White, Ricky Starks, Orange Cassidy, and Keith Lee. Whereas Jeff, you chose Orange Cassidy, Jay White, Ricky Starks, and Swerve Strickland.
Yep.
So it's either Swerve or Keith there. Let's see. Purpleness chose Orange Cassidy, Ricky Starks, Keith Lee, and Jay White. So the same as Juhas. And then Coog, sorry, I have to go all the way to the end of the spreadsheet. Coog chose Orange Cassidy, Swerve Strickland, Bandito, and Jay White. The Joker chose Orange Cassidy, Jay White, Ricky Starks, and Swerve Strickland. And actually, so did I. I chose Orange Cassidy, Jay White, Swerve Strickland, and Ricky Starks. So
Okay.
a lot of similarities here. Obviously, Orange Cassidy because everyone picked him except me. A lot of Jay Whites. Those were the two that I think everybody picked. Yeah, everybody picked Jay White to be there at the end. Which is why I chose him to win. So it's kind of like everyone almost agrees with me to an extent. Let's go over to the chat to see what's going on. Coog loves battle royales dating back to the 70s. Ed loves them, but he hates 7 of them in 5 months. I think Ed needs to learn to have a little fun, but it's just, me. Michael Duke picking Orange Cassidy. Coach said I actually thought that too, but I don't feel like it's right to let him drop in the battle royale.
Coog says, "Go Bandito."
Yeah, Bandito's a guy. See, Bandito for me, I think he's final 6. I think he makes it very far in this battle royale. Coach says, "Get out of my mind, Rome." Ed says he doesn't need to be protected. He could lose 10 in a row and still get the biggest pop of the night. That's fair, but I think that he should get a world title shot soon. And that's why I think that this is a great time for him to drop the belt here. He doesn't have to get pinned. He can just get thrown out, and I'm okay with that. Coog says picking OC is the safe play.
Yeah. Purple was debating hard whether to pick Ricky Starks to win, and
but it's okay because if you get it wrong, nobody gets a point on this one, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But Purple does not think it's time for Orange Cassidy. Like, look, I don't want it to be time, but I'm just kind of looking at it realistically. I think it is time. I think he had the best title reign in the company's history, and that's okay. Like, let's.
No. So, I guess I can kind of sort of. I don't want to like reveal my pick for a return tonight, but it has to do with this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm predicting that Will Ospreay makes an appearance here and essentially challenges Orange Cassidy for Forbidden Door 2. I think that's where they're heading to take this belt off of Orange Cassidy is against Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door.
See, I don't know if I don't know if they would have it where Orange Cassidy goes 0-2 against Ospreay. I would have them trade wins, to be honest.
I mean, yeah,
that's why I don't think they go that way. I also think that they want to. I also think they want to do Kenny and Ospreay like the rubber match. I think that they do Kenny 2 at Forbidden Door, and then where Kenny wins, and then I think they do Kenny Ospreay 3.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna be honest with you though. I don't think Ospreay is the type of guy that's gonna be like, yeah, I'll lose to him. Like, I don't think so. I think he's like, no.
We'll see.
But yeah, we'll see.
Although
right. It does suck for me that Ospreay said he's gonna be at a event in England on the weekend. So that kind of sucks.
That doesn't mean anything. Oh, you mean for this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant all in.
And it spans the entire weekend. It's like Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I think.
Oh, okay. All right, next up for the AEW Women's World Championship, Jamie Hayter defending against Toni Storm. So we weren't sure if this match was going to happen. It seems like it is going to happen. Jeff, what are your thoughts on this match?
So, with this injury angle that they have going, and the report that it is a legitimate injury, I actually think they may pull the trigger here, and Tony Storm picks up the win. I think Jamie Hayter was kind of at the center of the whole interim, along with Tony Storm. So I think she's like, it's only fair. You know what I mean? I'm injured. Let's do the job. Give it back to Tony.
So let's go through the picks here. So Ed and Coach both chose Tony Storm. Some side bits, which I don't think I'm gonna count them as points, but I just like to make sure people have the fun of being, as accurate as they can be in these predictions. Which I mean, technically we could give it to Ed because it happened tonight. It's not a point, but Ed thinks that there was going to be a pre-match beatdown, which leads to Jamie not being 100% and Tony Storm wins. So, I mean, it happened tonight. So, I mean, Ed can wave that flag if he wants. I'll give him that choice. The coach also chose Tony Storm. He added as a side note that Jamie will be winning it back at All In, which I completely agree with, actually. But that has no meaning for tonight. So Juhas chose Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, and I will let the wonderful people in the chat decide how we want to handle this. But Jeffrey Vegas, your pick here was for a man named Tony, Tony Storm. So I'm gonna let the wonderful viewers in the chat decide if I should count this as a simple grammatical error, or if maybe Jeff thinks that some guy is going to come in and win the women's
Listen,
championship.
that had to have been some spell check or something. I didn't.
I don't
pay
know,
attention.
man. You
Yeah.
sent it in. I don't know what you want me to say. You sent it to me.
I'm sure many of us have made a Tony.
No,
mistake
everyone
before.
else that picked Tony Storm did in fact spell it correctly, including Purpleness, who chose Tony Storm. The Coog, however, went Jamie Hayter. The Joker chose Tony Storm, as did I. So let's go over to the chat. Let's see what the chat thinks. Chat, should I throw out this pick? Let's see what's going on here. Kook says, wow, Jeffrey.
It had to be spell check. I know how to spell her name.
Ospreay is winning the G1. Ed just read the spoilers. Jamie wins, but we'll see Tony's crew get ejected. 2023, you never know. Ed says picks are locked. Oh, snap.
Tony Storm or Bust.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I met her. You know what I mean?
The Coog also says Tony Storm, aka the big boss. And Purpleness is upset, or not upset. She's laughing at you because you guys met Tony Storm.
She shoved
Keep it
me.
for Jeffrey. All right, there it is. The crowd has spoken. That's it. It's got to be a guy named Tony Storm winning the belt for Jeff to get the point here.
That's not what they mean. Okay, move on.
I'm the booker, Jeff. It's my call, and I'm making this call.
Get out.
Next time, be grammatically correct, please, when sending your picks in. Let this be a lesson to everyone.
Here.
All right, moving on. The Anarchy in the Arena, and now, so I'll say this. This is my most anticipated match of the night. I think it should be the main event. I am beyond extremely excited for this match. I would pay the price of the pay-per-view alone, or for this match alone. That being said, I would absolutely hate to be predicting for points for this match. Because for me, I see it as such a toss-up. I think that they really could go either way with this one. It really depends on if they want to have another match after this one, which they probably will. Yeah. But anyways, Jeff, what was your pick here?
So, I'm not sure if I sent it to you this way, but I have the Elite winning with Kenny Omega pinning Jon Moxley.
I do not believe that you gave me that. I think you just said the Elite. That's what I have on the spreadsheet.
Yeah. I think that was when Purpleness started yelling at me that I didn't tell her she had to pick a winner in this one, or who was making the pin.
Unfortunately, Jeff, I'm looking at your picks on Discord, and it just says the Elite.
All right, well, that's fine.
Well, because luckily for you, Juhas also dropped the ball on this one and said the Elite. However, Juhas made a side prediction, which If it happens, I'll give him a point because I think this is kind of a crazy
Yeah.
one. Yeah, he says that the Blackpool Combat Club is going to break up after this match.
Oh,
Yes. But so
Danielson has been talking a lot of shit on Wheeler.
if they break up or like something like that happens, I will be giving Juhas the point here.
I'm 100% okay with that.
Okay. So Ed and Coach both chose the Blackpool Combat Club winning, and they both chose Hangman being pinned. So,
Jesus.
yeah, and again, man, there are some I'll run through it, but there are very few things that are separating Ed and
Alright.
Coach here.
This is kind of crazy how many things you guys have picked together. This is like that Step Brothers movie where you guys are like, did we just become best friends?
Yup. Again, man, when I was booking these matches, I had ideas, and everything is basically going the way I saw it going. So I'm very pleased with this. Purple and Coog. So Purple chose the Elite with Bryan Danielson taking the pin here. The Coog also chose the Elite. However, he chose Wheeler Yuta taking the pin. So there you go. That's a little separation there as well. The Joker chose the Blackpool Combat Club with Hangman getting pinned. Technically, just for the sake of me playing along, I chose the Blackpool Combat Club winning by Matt Jackson taking a pinfall. It depends on if they do. So, I mean, I don't know if they're still going to do Blood and Guts for the women. If that's on the table still, maybe they do 2 in 1 week or something, or maybe they do like a double, like Blood and Guts. I don't know, but I could see them doing that. If they do a Blood and Guts, I think the Elite win the Blood and Guts. But if this is just like the only match we're going to get from these two factions at this point, then it probably will be the Elite that win. I think the Elite come out on top at the end of the rivalry is what I think, basically.
Yeah, I think you're right. If there is going to be a Blood and Guts match, I would say the Elite loses this one because Moxley was like, if you're squeamish, buckle your seatbelts. And, maybe the Elite play a storyline of like, wow, we were not ready for that level of violence,
Yeah, I think it's going to be insane.
Damn it.
Let's go take a look at the chat real quick. He needs it against Juhas. Lots of ball drops. Takeshita cost the Elite and the match and rejoins BCC, says the Coach. Ed and Coach having a good time. Ed and Coach in cahoots. That'd be insane because, I mean, keep in mind, there must be a winner in each round. If we get to a tie, I do have a tiebreaker planned, but we'll see what happens. All right. Oh no,
I can hear my dog having a bad dream in the other room.
Oh no. He's dreaming about you losing on Sunday to Juhas.
Yeah. Oh man.
Which I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. I'm looking at this and it's like, actually. I didn't think Jeff was gonna make it out of the first round. Now I don't think he's gonna make it out of the second round. Anyways. Next up is the TBS Championship Match. I mean, there's not much to talk about here. Everyone picked Jade. Although Juhas made a nice little prediction that Jade is going to kick out of Taya's finisher before beating Taya.
So you think Jade's going to take the Jaded but kick out?
Yes, that is what Juhas thinks.
That's a good prediction. I like it.
I like it too. I'll consider to give him the point or not, though. We'll see what happens. But yeah, everyone chose Jade. Everyone, Ed, Coach, Juhas, Jeff, Purple, Coog, the Joker, myself. We all chose Jade. That feels like a no-brainer. That's one of the biggest gimmies of all time, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, not much to talk about there. So next up on the buy-in, we have All Ego Ethan Page and the Guns versus the Hardys and Hook. This is gonna be a fun match on the buy-in. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be Jeff's first match back. All in all, should be a fun little free match that they're gonna give away for free.
Yeah.
Jeff, you chose the Hardys and Hook winning.
Yes.
You did not choose someone taking the pin.
No.
Luckily for you, neither did Juhas. Juhas has really hurt himself here by not fully predicting pinfalls. because he could really have to get some easy points on you if he wanted. Oh
Yeah.
well.
I think we both kind of had the same idea, you know, only those like big multi-man matches, but it's all good.
I mean, we've done them for all the matches before, but it is what it is. Now here we go with Ed and Coach. We do have a little bit of a split here. Now they
Holy
both are
moly.
picking the Hardys and Hook to win. However, Ed is saying that all ego Ethan Page will take the pin, whereas Coach says that Colton Gunn will be taking the pin. Purple and Coog. Purple says that Hook is going to tap out Ethan Page. And the Coog says that Matt Hardy is going to pin Ethan Page. So they both chose Page. And so for the sake of keeping it interesting, I will give an extra point if either of those happen. So if Hook is the one that taps out Ethan Page, Purple will get the point. If Matt Hardy pins Page, Coog will get the point. The Joker
I didn't send you that one, but I did have that as well. I think Hook is going to tap out Ethan Page. Yeah.
Okay. The Joker chose the Hardys pinning Austin. Oh yeah, Austin Gunn. For some reason, I forgot that one of them is called Austin Gunn. Like Steve Austin. Sorry. And then for my pick, I have the Hardys, probably more specifically Matt pinning All Ego Ethan Page.
Yeah. And we should still have 2 more matches, right? The one that was announced on Rampage and the Jericho Cole match.
Yep, we have 2 more matches and then the picks, the bonus stuff. Okay.
They kind of listed them weird.
Yeah,
Nothing was in any
The
order.
first person's picks that I put into my spreadsheet, I think it was Ed's. So the way that I did it on the spreadsheet is I just the order that Ed put him in is the order that I have it on my spreadsheet.
Well, even on the AEW website, like the order was very just kind of like scattered.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's okay. All right. Coach messed up. He meant to say Ethan Page. Oh no. Could that be what is Coach's undoing?
Oh, that'd be hilarious if that's why he loses. Oh man. Coach,
we'll see how the bonus points shake out. I think the bonus points are different enough where we could get some interesting results there for everyone. Because everyone made some like the one thing that everyone differed on for the most part was the bonus picks. But again, we'll get to it. Next up, we have the unsanctioned match: Chris Jericho versus Adam Cole. This is a match that I'm also very much looking forward to. This is probably this is in my top 3 for the night. Between Anarchy and the main event in this. These are my top 3 matches. So let's get into the picks here. So Jeffrey Vegas, you chose Adam Cole.
I did. I chose Adam Cole, baby. How could you not? Like, he's an awesome. He's just. I just can't see any place where he loses this.
Well, everyone agrees with you because everybody took Adam Cole. Baby. In terms of like little bonus stuff, Coach predicted that Sabu will be throwing a chair at someone.
Oh, that's a gimme.
That is a gimme, so I'm not going to give him a point for that one. That's a really easy one. However, I am probably going to give Juhas this if it happens, because he says that Sabu will be putting someone through a table. He may even do Air Sabu. I just don't think that Sabu's body could handle it at this point. But if it happens,
he did look like a frail 70-year-old man. So I mean, if that happens, I'm cool with the point.
Yeah.
But since you've given 3 of those special ones to Juhas, I want my Kenny Omega pinning Jon Moxley one.
Fine. I guess I will.
But I agree with all 3 of you of those of his, because those are pretty good predictions. I'm down for.
All right, fine. Moxley getting the pin is your prediction. You said.
Yeah, Kenny will pin Jon Moxley.
Yeah, but you're just gonna get the point for Moxley. It doesn't matter who pinned him.
Oh, okay. Moxley takes the pin.
I kept it somewhat simple because there's so many.
We might get Hangman pinning Moxley. That's even better for me.
Yeah. So okay, Mox getting pinned. I'll give that one to Jeff since Juhas took a bunch of shots here that I probably shouldn't have allowed. But it's okay. All right.
Coach, could you imagine if the tequila is your downfall, bro? You messed up. You wanted to say.
Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll be a tie, or maybe something else will happen. I don't know. We'll see.
Wanted to say Ethan Page.
I wanted to say Ethan. I was gonna say Ethan Page, but then I got drunk. That sounds like a song. Anyway, trios titles: House of Black in an open challenge. It's gonna be the Acclaimed, or it's gonna be some crazy awesome swerve. Everyone chose House of Black beating the Acclaimed. Both Ed and Coach chose Billy Gunn taking the pin. Let's see.
Sabu's
Juha-
58.
Huh?
That's Sabu's 58. Maybe he could
Oh, wait a
still
second.
he might still be able to handle a table. Listen, if Dixie Carter can take a power bomb through a table off the fucking top rope, I think Sabu could do it.
Oh, wow. Jeff, you're not going to be happy about this.
What?
So, you did not submit a pick for the House of Black versus the Acclaimed. In fact, I even messaged you at 9:54 saying
Because technically we didn't get an opponent.
don't play cute.
We technically don't have an opponent. It's an open house.
Don't play cute. Everyone chose the House of Black winning, except for you who did not submit a pick.
Obviously, I'll be picking the House of Black too.
It's
so-
too late. The picks are closed. What do you mean?
Oh,
No.
please.
Oh, please, nothing. Next time, be more on the ball.
Fine.
Everybody in the Discord,
I hope someone who we don't expect comes in and wins. Fine.
everybody
Hope you all
in the
lose.
Discord knew about this match, and every other person submitted a pick for this match except for you. But all of a sudden, it's like, oh, how are we supposed to know? Like, shut up,
Listen,
Jeff.
I'm the one who said there's gonna be an extra match in the freaking Discord.
Well, Michael Duke even made a pick.
We
before you
legitimately
did.
don't even have an opponent yet, so it is what it is.
All right, well, so Jeff will not be getting a point for this one because he made no pick. Juas chose House of Black. Purple chose House of Black. Crazy how Purple made all these picks and you didn't make. I don't know what's going on over there at the Vegas household.
I
But
think somebody needed to do a little better job explaining the rules.
well, I mean, your wife figured it out, so
After asking you about
and
it,
she doesn't even do the podcast. If she had went off of what you said, she would also be shit out of luck. So luckily, she's a very smart person and figured it out. Great job, Purple. You rock. Anyways, Purple says that Bones is going to take the pin. The Coog says Caster's going to take the pin, though. The Joker chose Billy taking the pin, and so did I.
yeah, Billy should definitely take the pin in that.
Billy should take the pin.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Purple said, this is why I was not on the ball, but in my defense, I submitted almost everything. You did. But you know what, Purple, at the end of the day, when I reached out to everyone pointing out what they did not submit, you answered. Jeff Reed Vegas did not. So
All good. I'm confident enough that I'm going to beat him by 2 points, so he can have that one.
Okay. That's all the matches. Let's get into the bonus points. All right. Tables broken.
Shit, I forgot about these.
Well, luckily, at least you submitted picks for these.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy if you had submitted any bonus picks. I would have Jeff, just give up. Just call it a day. All right. Tables broken. So Ed, now keep in mind, this goes off of Price is Right rules. So basically, you want to get as close to the number as possible, but be below the number. If you go over the number, you bust. No bueno. So, with that being said, Ed is predicting 4 broken tables. The coach is predicting 7 broken tables. He has the highest pick or highest number guessed for this category. Excuse me. Juhas picked 6. And Jeffrey Vegas, not knowingly, playing the game very wisely here, going with 5.
Yeah, I had no idea what everybody's picks were. I'm the only one that chose 5, right?
You are not. But
Oh, no.
But in terms of you versus Juhas, this was well played by you, even though you didn't know it was well played by you.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, it's like you chose 5, he chose 6, so
Yeah.
Purpleness chose 6. And then the Coog chose 5. So much like you outplaying Juhas a little bit here, Coog also did the same. unknowingly, of course. The Joker chose 6. Ironically enough, I also chose 6. So that's 4 people in the tournament choosing 6 broken tables.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty lucky. 2 people chose 5, 1 person chose 7, 1 person chose 4. Next up, debut or return. So Coach, when he sent me his picks, sorry Coach, but I gotta tell everyone. When Coach sent me his picks, when I tell you he had 20 debuts and like 20 returns. He had 40 names listed under returns and debuts. And I was like, bro, you gotta give me one. And then he got it down to 3, and I was like, you gotta give me 1. And so he did get it down to 1. He did, in fact. Although I told him I would include a second one, not as points, but just a prediction for fun. So, with that being said, Ed said that Andrade will return on Sunday. The coach, 4 points, said CM Punk will be there. As a just for fun, he thinks the Bellas are going to show up. Let's see. Purpleness. Oh no, I'm sorry. Juhas. Juhas says O'Reilly and Fish, which is Red Dragon, so it's a tag team, so I count it as 1. So Red Dragon showing up. You chose Will Ospreay. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, unfortunately, I did not get a pick for this from Purple. So there was a dash. So I assume that meant
she's saying there will be no.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wrote none. So okay. So I'll say this: if there is no debut or return, then Purple will get the point here.
Yeah.
The Coog says Kota Ibushi, as does the Joker. Both the Coog and the Joker chose Kota Ibushi, making a debut on Sunday.
That's a good one.
So I put 2 because I'm not in the running. My heart pick was, that it's clobbering time. I think they probably want to just do it. I think they want to do it. I think we'll see them. I'll see him there. But my realistic brain pick is Chris Statlander returns.
Yeah, I didn't think about that till way afterwards, and then I was like, man, that's almost a home run.
Yeah. But luckily none of you guys chose him. Only me.
Yeah.
All right. Or her, sorry. All right, so how many people will bleed? Once again, this is Price is Right rules. So Ed, and for that matter, Coach as well, both think that this is going to be an absolute bloodbath of a pay-per-view. As does Juhas, as does Purple, but we'll get into that. So Ed said that 11 people on this pay-per-view will bleed.
Oh,
11. Coach predicted 10. So that's a nice little. That's actually pretty good by Coach. If it's under 10 bleeding, he gets the point there. So Price is Right. I've never actually seen Price is Right either, but I've heard of it, so I know of it. I've never actually seen it. I think only 90-year-olds like Jeffrey watch that. Have you ever watched?
My grandfather was on that show.
So there you go. I've never actually watched it. I just know how the game works.
He won
I don't
a
know how my brain
$10,000
knows.
Rolex.
I don't know how my brain knows that's how it works, but that's just how it works. Coach is laughing.
So I believe I had 7 people will bleed.
Let's see. Yes, you and Juhas both chose 7.
Oh, nice. Wow.
So you both are choosing 7 there. Purple chose 14, which I think that's a bit much. But
y'all should have seen her number she started with.
What did she start with?
I was like, you think everyone's gonna kill each other?
Well, it's even funnier when I don't want to make it is what it is. It's okay, Purple. But Purple, for her next pick for the Anarchy in the Arena, she only chose 6. So she thinks that outside of that match, there's going to be 8 people bleeding during this show. That's insane. But it'll be hilarious if she ends up being right here. But there's still an opportunity for her to get the point if it's over 6, because the Coug thinks that only 6 people are going to bleed on the show. The Joker, ironically enough, also picked 6. I chose 7. I think 7. I think 7's a good number.
Yeah.
In terms of Anarchy in the Arena, very similar across the board, actually. Both Ed and Coach chose 6. Juhas chose 5. Jeff, you chose 4 in that match.
Okay. Yep.
Purple chose 6. Coug chose 4, as did the Joker. So Joker and Coug, same wavelength here for the blood. And I think 6 from the Anarchy in the Arena are going to bleed. All right, let's see how the chat's going. It says if it's under 10, it's a double bust. We'll
Found
see.
a cool way to put chat on screen. I didn't realize I could do that. Sweet.
The Coug says, I only saw Prices Right for the hostess. Purple says, now only as an adult I realize the joy of winning a toaster. That's really
Yeah, that was
funny.
pretty good.
That's really funny and really true also. All right, let's move on to our second to last. No, this is our last because we already did the final 4. Face/heel turns. So, Ed and Coach did pick different people here. Ed
Ooh.
thinks that Jack Perry is going to turn heel.
I debated that really hard. I did.
Coach Nick says that Takeshita will align himself with the BCC and Don Callis and turn heel.
You said Takeshita?
Takeshita, yeah.
Oh, why didn't I think of that? That's genius.
I don't know, Jeff. You didn't even choose all the winners for the matches, so why didn't you think of these things? Anyways, Juhas thinks Jack Perry also will turn heel. You put Ricky Starks. And Jeff, so I would like for you to elaborate on how you see Ricky Starks turning heel in this pay-per-view.
Did I actually write that and send it?
Yes.
I thought I deleted it, but let me see what my thought process was. He's going to be sick and tired of the Bullet Club Gold running around doing whatever they wanted and nobody, doing anything about it.
Jeff,
I don't know.
Not only did you write that, you wrote Ricky Starks turns and then you did a heel emoji.
Yeah, and then I thought I deleted. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. I don't know.
Jeffrey Vegas in shambles.
I was like, I kept like writing something and deleting and writing and deleting, coming up with stuff. Yeah, I didn't really have anything for that one.
Purple said no face or heel turns. So if everybody stays the same, she'll get the point there. The Coug and the Joker both said Takeshita as well. And so did I. I'm sorry. So yes, a lot of people think Takeshita. I think Takeshita is kind of the easy one here. But yeah.
Coach says he had Starks joining Bullet Club Gold too. I think that's where I was originally going, but I was like, why would he join them? They beat his ass.
So hold on.
If it happens, I'll take the point. You know what I mean?
So Coach says, dude, Jeff, I had Starks joining the Bullet Club Gold. Yes, that in fact was one of Coach's 20.
One of his 20.
So again, not only did he do predictions for returns and debuts, he also did predictions for like bold predictions, but then he took them away, which nobody did. Nobody did no one did a bold prediction. But Coach, when he realized that it was a double or nothing wager, he got rid of all of them. But he also put like 10 or 12 like storyline predictions. And I was like, number 1, I need just one of these. Number 2, are you sure you want to do a wager? You can do it, but you don't have to do it. Coach planned out the entire next 6 months of AEW in his prediction. He was like, Goldberg's going to show up. He said like crazy. He was on top of this. Coach was ready to go. Ed in the chat reacting to Jeffrey Vegas with probably what is an all-time bad pick in the Broken Tables predictions division. Jeffrey Vegas. So
wait, we're saying that if Ricky joins Bullet Club Gold, that's a bad pick?
I think that it's such an out there prediction that it's a bad pick, yes.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens.
So Jeffrey Vegas, if I may interview you for a second as a competitor here in the Broken
Sure.
Tables prediction division, what does it feel like to know that you have made an all-time bad pick in the division?
All I have to say, sir, is let's let it play out.
Spoken like a true WWE fan, folks. There it is.
Oh man, I walked into that one.
You always do. That's why you're the Glass Joe of the division, unfortunately.
All right.
But those are the picks. Very excited for Sunday. The Curly's order will be placed tomorrow morning, Jeffrey.
Yes.
So keep an eye out for that. I'm thinking boneless wings and a cheesesteak.
Okay. I'm probably gonna bring a cheesesteak. So if you just want to because you know how huge they are, you want to split one.
Yeah, so I actually want to ask you about that. So like, what do they do? Does Curly just do like the American cheese, or does he have like multiple kinds of cheeses?
So yeah, we have all kinds of cheese. We got American, we got Swiss, we got provolone, we got the Whiz. We make our own cheddar sauce that
You make your
Purple's
own cheddar
makes.
sauce? Is it
Yeah,
good?
it's really good.
Oh, we're doing that then. Fuck
Okay.
yeah, let's do
Oh,
that. I'll text you tomorrow about it. Yeah, that's fine. We can split a cheesesteak.
Absolutely.
That sounds really good, actually. Some cheese sauce.
All right.
No,
Yeah, this was massively fun. I'll tell you what, I definitely had a good time doing this. We're definitely going to keep doing these in the future. Love it.
Jeff, can you make me a graphic where it's Booker of the Year, but it's me on it?
We'll see. We'll see.
This is great. This turned out really great. This is again, I'm very appreciative for everyone getting your picks in. Even though it was a absolute mad dash. You should have seen me for that 9 o'clock to 10:30 slot. Because the Rampage started, so I actually unplugged all my stuff here and I took my laptop to the other room and just all this stuff. But I had a blast doing it, so I really enjoyed it.
And we might as well figure it out here. I do want to do the watch along. You down for the watch along?
I think the watch along is a better thing to do than the post show. I have work at 7 a.m. on Monday, so
That's great actually. So yeah, that works for me too. So yes, we will be doing a watch along, and I guess we'll kind of just be doing just a quick review and giving our opinions on it after the show. So that'll be one.
I think what we'll do is we'll do on Wednesday's show. We'll do a okay, here are the points. Here's how everyone did. And we'll announce the winners of each match for the next round.
Yeah, and we'll definitely have the media scrum going on. Yo, could you imagine if they do the media scrum and we get Kenny Omega and the Bucks at the table and CM Punk walks in "What's up, bitches?" Something like that.
I mean, yeah, I would love it. I would love if CM Punk showed up. I think he will. I mean, I hope he does. I don't know if he will, but yeah.
No, I don't think he's coming back he's not coming back till Collision. That's just me wanting fun stuff to happen. All right, well there it is, everybody. That was our prediction show. We will see you guys back on Sunday night. What time does the pre-show start?
7 o'clock. So we'll probably go live, I imagine, around 6:30.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. So 6:30 Eastern time. What up, Dally Pool? Snog, Marry, Avoid, Jericho, Punk, Omega. Yes.
I would probably avoid Jericho.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Snog, Marry, Avoid. Oh, okay. Jericho, Punk, Omega. Okay. So we're going. Oh man, I can't even do that, can I?
I'll
I'm gonna avoid Jericho.
So Kenny Omega likes video games. So
yeah, I'm gonna marry Omega and
I'll marry
snog
Kenny
Punk,
Omega, and then I'll snog the hell out of CM Punk.
Sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
Yep, there you go.
All right, man. Well, do you want to go ahead and close us out here for tonight?
Yeah, sure. Well, this has been episode 145 of the Broken Tables podcast. Thank you for everyone hanging out with us tonight, making tonight's show an absolute blast. It was so much fun. The King's Court Invitational Round 1 is underway. Everyone has made their choices. Everyone's made their picks, except for Jeffrey Vegas and his House of Black pick. I don't know what the fuck happened there. It is what it is. But we will be here on Sunday for our big AEW Double or Nothing watch along / discussion / review / commentary, because I like how we had our little commentary table set up last time. We'll probably do that again. If you like that, be here on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 for the coach. If you like video games, we have the Game Room podcast, which will be on Monday night. The PlayStation Showcase happened this past week. What did I think about it?
Good.
What did Jeffrey Vegas think about it?
It
We'll be
was so
talking
good.
about it on Monday. No spoilers. Talk about it on Monday. If you like pro wrestling, like I said, you're here for us for the Broken Tables podcast. We talk about AEW every single Wednesday and Friday as well, with our Dynamite reviews and Rampage reviews. Make sure you check us out for that. Follow us on our social medias. Join the Discord where we have a lot of fun discussion. Other than that, see you guys Sunday.
Absolutely. So yeah, we will see you guys Sunday, and as always, top guys out.